Taurus, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your July shift reading. So we are looking at the shape you are shifting out of this month, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. Before we get into the cards today, we're using the Golden Tarot. The image that came to me immediately as soon as I closed my eyes asking about what's going on for Taurus in July, I saw fireworks. Now, I know that we are, at least in the United States, the 4th of July is right at the beginning of July. It also falls the day before an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, full moon eclipse in Capricorn that closes out eclipse season. So, and that's also the day that Mercury stations direct. So the 4th, 5th of July is a significant time of the month. Maybe that is signifying that is a time frame that's significant for you around that date. But fireworks in general, it's some sort of explosive energy that's happening in your life. I'm curious to see how that plays through in the cards. So first we're going to ask, what is the shape Taurus is shifting out of in the month of July? What is the shape that Taurus is shifting out of in July? Okay. Shifting out of the Six of Coins. The Six of Coins energy talks about balance. It talks about reciprocity, equal give and take, looking at issues that have to do with, I want to say reparations actually is the specific word that's coming to my mind, which is essentially paying what is owed or being paid what is owed to you. That seems to be an issue that is or was a focus, and maybe you're shifting out of that a little bit. Let's see. What is the shape Taurus is shifting into in July? Okay, we have the Knight of Cups and the Fool, which is interesting because I saw the Fool in your pre-shuffle for one of the decks that I use for Clarifier in the extended part of this reading. Before I interpret this, I want to get more cards. 2 more cards, please, to say what this shapeshift looks like for Taurus. Okay, the 9 of Cups and 1 more. Queen of Swords. Okay, 1 second. All right. 9 of Cups. Let's see what this is about, Taurus. Yeah, okay. I think this is really significant. I think you're moving towards something that is more in line with what you want. I'm going to put the Fool as the shape you are shifting into. Okay, so basically, you're shifting out of this earth energy, which is very Taurus energy. It's a focus on reciprocity. It's a very grounded energy. It is an energy that needs 2 feet on the ground. It needs balance. Shifting into the Fool is leaving that ground behind, because the Fool is the leap off the cliff, taking a leap of faith, leap before you can see the net. You know, it's like leap and then the net appears. That's the energy of the Fool, is trusting your gut to make perhaps a risky choice or to go on a completely new adventure, because the Fool card is card 0. It is the beginning. It is the new adventure. Leaving a balanced place, or a place that is focusing on balance. I have a feeling that I'm remembering some of your previous readings, like leading up to June, and maybe even the June reading focused a lot on needing reciprocity and getting your needs met in that department from the people that you are surrounded with, or the systems that you're surrounded by, creating a more balanced and reciprocal system. And now it seems that perhaps you have accomplished that, Taurus. By the way, if you don't know what I mean, go back and look at the June reading, the April, May, June shift readings, okay? And now it seems that you're ready for a new adventure, because here's what we're looking at. Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups. The Queen of Swords is coming through to me as actually really associated with the Six of Coins, stating your needs, stating your boundaries, getting your needs met by protecting your energy, by saying no to what you need to say no to, and asking for what you need in terms of balance and reciprocity. So maybe this is energy that is still in play as you shift into July, is like speaking, not only knowing your truth about like what you need in order to feel like things in your life are balanced and reciprocal, but then like speaking that truth and saying, okay, listen, when you do this particular thing, it knocks my stuff out of balance, or it means that I have to take on way more work than is necessary, and something has got to shift so that this can come into balance. Something major has got to shift. And it's interesting because the Queen of Swords then goes into the Knight of Cups, which is moving forward. It's perhaps an emotional confession of the heart, an emotional confession of your truth, of what you need in order for your boundaries to stay solid. But essentially you're moving towards something that's a little more harmonious, and I am being drawn, you know, I always get mothering energy for y'all. I don't, like lately especially, I don't know what it is, Taurus, there's just this like generative creation, parental caretaking type energy that keeps coming through. And here in the Nine of Cups, which is not typically a card that talks about that, that imagery is here for you again. With the mother, the archetypal mother here with the archetypal child. The Nine of Cups typically talks about, it's similar to the Six of Cups for me actually, because all the cups are lined up in a row. It's like having all your emotional ducks in a row, having your emotional needs met in a way that allows you perhaps to nurture and care for others in the way that you really want to, which is in a way that is like balanced, you know, because if you're over caretaking, if you're caring so much for others, that you are neglecting your own needs, then there's a question here around like, are you filling an emotional void, you know, like with all that extra caretaking energy? And how can you bring that back into balance so that your emotional needs are met, you're feeling satisfied with the amount of energy you are able to put out and the amount of energy you are able to receive, right? The amount of energy you're getting back. And that can allow you to caretake from a fully charged place, right? From a place of feeling cared for yourself. And in order to do that, you need to enforce some boundaries, and you need to speak what you need from your heart. And it like somehow that is, and maybe that's what's causing a little bit of fireworks, Taurus, and that is somehow kicking you off on a brand new adventure here with the Fool. And with this particular Fool card, I'm always really drawn to the way the Fool is beating the drum. second. It's sort of like because I keep being drawn to this angel up in the sky, like rolling out this message or this banner to the Knight of Cups. And then the drum, it's sort of like you're answering the call of your heart. Yeah, okay. Answering the call of your heart, maybe to go into parenthood for some of you. Because it's like once you get your needs met, right? Once the energetic exchanges that you are engaged in, monetary, emotional, any kind of caretaking energy here especially, once those needs are met into balance and things feel reciprocal, then Taurus, it's like then you can follow the call of your heart. And I think the call of your heart is going to take you into a new rhythm, because that's the Fool energy with this like heartbeat. It's like a new heartbeat. Oh man, another like, wow, another conception energy. It's just so interesting that I get that imagery for you all so much. And again, this could be metaphorical, it could be quite literal for some of you, but it's like, I just said a new heartbeat, and that's like, you know, when you have a baby gestating inside of you, there's a new heartbeat on board. Okay, so it's like, you know, maybe that, again, maybe that's quite literal for some of you, or maybe it's that like out of the way you are used to allocating your energy, getting a more balanced way of engaging with whatever it is you're engaging with in your life, including caretaking. Once that comes into balance, then you can move in a different way, like almost like finding a different rhythm that is more nourishing for your heart. I also want to point out that it's interesting that the dog, it's like if you see these as the same dog, sort of like in the Nine of Cups, everybody's sitting pretty, nice and happy family, nice and comfortable, satisfied, chilling inside. And then here, the excitement gets stirred up, you know, like the fireworks are starting to get set off. The beat of the drum is now calling everyone into a different energy, a more active energy, a more, the energy of, okay, we've been comfortable for a nice long time and now it's time for something new. It's time for a new adventure. Heed the call of your heart, I think, even if that means starting something totally new or taking a risk, taking a leap of faith to start something new, to enter into a new rhythm. Maybe that's the firework energy of like getting everything all excited. It feels, towards the end here, it feels excitable. It's like there's some sort of declaration or clear boundary conversation or something like that that needs to happen, a line drawn in the sand that brings things into balance. And once it is, then it's like there's a gear shift. There's a gear shift, new rhythm, maybe new adventure. Now you can hear the call. And whatever this Queen of Swords energy is, drawing that line in the sand seems to be the catalyst for it. For essentially like what I felt in the very beginning, which is liftoff, you know, like your feet, if you're used to having 2 feet on the ground and everything feels very balanced and stable, The Fool energy is definitely here to shake that up. You know, it's like 2 feet on the ground versus the firework, which shoots you up into the air. Just like the Fool, who leaps into the air, takes a risk based on faith, based on what the Fool feels inside of themselves is the right thing to do. Even if it causes fireworks, even if it's disruptive, even if it feels flashy, you know, it's like, there's definitely a new adventure here for you, Taurus. But I do feel like very much it's a new rhythm. It's a new rhythm. Interesting, my friend. Okay, so we are now going to take this into an extended reading. This is just the first half of your July shift. We're gonna get some clarity, use some other decks, oracle decks, clarifying decks, and see if we can get a little more specific into what exactly this is. If you would like to view that extended reading, you can click the link in the description box below and follow me over to Patreon. Patreon's an online community I've created for folks who've been following my work. They know they want to dig deeper. If that sounds like you, head over to Patreon, read the full description so that you know how a patronage works, and I will send you the extended for July. All right, my friends, happy end of eclipse season. Happy Mercury direct. I'm sure we'll all be grateful for that. And if you would like to dig deeper into this energy and how it is resonating in your specific situation, personal readings are available at my website, unseenhandshealing.com. Get in touch. All right, Taurus, take care. Oh, it's interesting. This is a Capricorn card. It's showing the full moon, and there is a full moon eclipse, a lunar eclipse in Capricorn on July 5th. And remember, in the beginning, I felt the fireworks in July 4th. So I think that time frame could be really, really important for you, Taurus, okay? But the message of the devil is essentially, this is all of the fear, right? The devil is a liar. And lies are usually based in fear. The lies that we believe, the lies that we tell others, the lies that we tell ourselves, whatever. The fear that keeps us bound and stuck and keeps us from liberation. The fear that wants to take our fire and stamp it out. Your fire, Taurus, is on the move. Okay, the fireworks are ready to burst and launch. Don't let fear of losing your tether, is what I wanted to say. Fear of losing your tether. Don't let that stop you from heeding the call to adventure.